Hi everyone, it is Ashton, aka the Outspoken Oracle, and I am back with another tarot reading for you today. Please remember that tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please just kind of think of me as your bestie, giving you a little bit of advice. As with advice from your bestie, you take some, you leave some. Just remember that you are responsible for your own decisions that you make in your life because you are a discerning, responsible adult. I do have a giveaway going on. If you are subscribed to my channel and you comment on my videos through the end of the month, I will be giving away a 1-hour tarot reading session with me valued at $120. I think it's a good deal. So if you're interested in entering into that giveaway, please make sure that you subscribe and comment on this video. Okay, that all being said, let's get into it. So I had a channeled song come through to me, and it is from the musical Rent, and it's called Take Me or Leave Me. It's weird because this is the second channeled song that's come to me from Rent in the past month, and I don't know if it's either telling me that I need to start listening to musical theater stuff again, or it's just this is for somebody who used to be a theater kid. You know what they say, once a theater kid, always a theater kid. And I don't know, or somebody that really likes musicals, it might have to do with that, or just, you know, musicals and theater in general just kind of replicates life. I don't know. But anyhow, there were a couple of verses that I wanted to go over. And so let's get into it. So let's start. A tiger in a cage can never see the sun. This diva needs her stage. Baby, let's have fun. You are the one I choose. Folks would kill to fill your shoes. You love the limelight too now, baby. So be mine and don't waste my time crying, oh, honey bear, are you still my baby? Take me for what I am, who I was meant to be. And if you give a damn, take me, baby, or leave me. No way can I be what I'm not. But hey, don't you want your girl hot? Don't fight it. Don't lose your head. 'Cause every night, who's in your bed? Who's in your bed? Kiss Pookie. And then, oh, this is a duet, by the way. If you're not familiar with Rent, this is a duet between a lesbian couple. So this might be for lesbians or somebody LGBTQ, but it doesn't actually even matter because it can fit with whoever, honestly. So with this duet, the second person then goes, it won't work. I look before I leap. I love margins and discipline. I make lists in my sleep, baby, what's my sin? Never quit, I follow through. I hate mess, but I love you. What to do with my impromptu baby? So be wise, 'cause this girl satisfies. You got a prize, so don't compromise. You're one lucky baby. And so basically with this song, there is one person who is wild, not wild so much, but just like gets attention. Somebody that's a little bit more extroverted and is outgoing and does things by the seat of their pants and just is okay with having attention from other people. Like very much Queen of Wands energy where she's bright and shiny and gets attention. And then the other person is very meticulous and strategic and like, and has an idea of everything, has to have things be perfect. And like, they're complete opposites basically. And so I got actually two messages coming through for this. The first was in regards to a relationship between two people, or just an energy dynamic between two people. One who is very methodical and has to know exactly what's going to happen before making decisions, that actually like has to have a complete thought out process before making any moves and is very slow to act. And then the other is the person who is just kind of fly by the seat of her pants and, you know, just is like, you know, you only get to live one life, very YOLO attitude, and just does whatever because you're just kind of, you know, engaged in the fact that like life, you only get one life to live and, you know, and you just have to go for it and have fun. And this person gets a lot of attention and the other person's not a big fan of this attention, right? So that's the energy that I'm getting off of this. But the main energy that I'm getting off this, honestly, is that somebody is going through a phase in their life where They are done with people pleasing. They are done with trying to get people to accept them as they are. They are who they are, and they're going to be who they are. And they're just saying to society in general, take me for what I am. Take me or leave me. I'm done trying to be somebody that I'm not just to make you happy with me. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody else. Like, you got to take me or you leave me. Either you love me or you don't. Either you're with me and supporting me or you're not. And so that's the main energy dynamic I am getting off of these cards, but I feel like we're going to get a mixture of both of those things when I do the reading, but let's just see what comes up in the cards, honestly. So let's get started. Angels, guides, ancestors, please assist me with this reading. Please help to give me insight into the questions I seek answers to. Protecting me from any negative entities that might try to interfere on this reading or give me false information. Please speak truth and honesty to me through the cards, giving me insight of the highest good of everyone involved. And as always, thank you for showing up for me each and every day. Love you so much. All right, Spirit, what is the message that you have for my collective in regards to the song, Take Me or Leave Me? Spirit, what is the message you have for the collective, please? What is the message you have for the collective? And please remember that all readings are timeless, so whenever you come across this reading, you are supposed to be coming across this reading if it resonates with you. Spirit, what is the message you have for my collective today, please? Spirit, what is the message you have? All right. All right, so the initial energy that I am getting off of this is that there is a dynamic right now that's going on with somebody where I feel like somebody is owed an apology from somebody. Honestly, there is an apology that is owed that somebody is withholding at this time. And it's the energy that I'm getting is that it's being withheld not because they want to, but because once the apology happens, they know that whatever dynamic happens after the fact, they're going to then have to accept this person as they are. If they say something and if they ask for this person back into their life, then they're going to have to accept the person as they are. Because right now, the person, the main, like, you collective are like, take me or leave me. And it's like you're waiting on this message or this apology from somebody that they are going to have to then accept that you're going to show up as yourself regardless in life. And so that's why they're withholding the communication, because this person is highly aware of the fact that they have to accept you as you are, collective, and that you're not going to change. And it's not for a lack of being flexible. It's for the principle of being authentic. At this point, it's like you're in a place of really embracing your authentic self, and you're not going to bow down and act like you are somebody other than you are. But it's like right now, the need to say something to you, give you a message, or apologize, it makes somebody intimidated, because they will have to admit to the fact that they might have been wrong about you, that they might have been wrong about your intentions, that they might have been wrong about your motivations. Yeah, okay, so we got the Emperor in reverse here, and it's very much giving like the person who is inflexible about contacting you right now, collective, is trying to make it seem like you're the one that's not flexible. It's very much giving me gaslighting energy, but it's like they are trying to maintain an energy of, well, I'm right, this is what's best. But it's like you have to be flexible in life and see things from a different perspective. And so all of the decisions that this person has made in regards to you, or that's not even all, I'm not even going to say all, actually, because that's not fair to say. Whatever caused this rift between you and this person, collective, was because of this idea that the way that you were is not okay. The way that you behave is not okay. The way that you communicate with people is not okay. But the thing of it is that this person's desire to hold on to control of the situation is just a projection onto you, because they can't control you. Because you, not that you're wild, but you are authentically yourself 110% of the time. And this person is used to control. This person is used to running the dynamic when other people are in their life, and they cannot run the narrative with you. And the second that they say something to you, they know that coming back into your life and giving you this message, this apology, or whatever it is that they have to say, they're going to then have to accept you as you are. And they're not quite sure if they're in a place of accepting you as you are, because like I said, this person, this Emperor in reverse, is the meticulous one. This is the one that makes the list in their sleep. This is the one that is inflexible, and yet they're acting as if your fly by the seat of the pants like lifestyle, your willingness to say whatever's on your mind, this, that, whatever, is actually you that's being inflexible, you that's not trying to see things from a different perspective, when it's actually them, because they are a bit of a control freak. But the thing of it is that I am getting this energy that they want to say something, but they have to stop having this attitude towards you, because it's like they're afraid that you're going to be like, well, I told you so. Oh, the card flew away from me. Flew. With this Justice card here, it's because you were right. And like, I'm getting very much the energy of like, you're the one that's going to win the argument, and this person has a very tough time admitting when they're wrong about something. This Justice is you winning it's not even an argument, but like they feel like it is. They feel like it's you that won the argument, but it's not even the case. It's just like, hey, sometimes it's okay to do what's right by a person by apologizing, because you might have misconstrued something or you might have taken something wrong. But they are so used to like not having to bend to a scenario. Like I said, this person is a bit of a control freak. This person likes to have control in the scenarios, in these situations. They like to be the one that is in control. You know, and you are somebody that they cannot control. And it's not like you're intentionally behaving this way to upset them, and somehow in their heads they feel like you might be. But it's like, no, I'm just being myself. This is who I was before you even met me, and this is who I will continue to be even after you leave my life, because right now you're choosing not to be in my life, and guess what? I'm still the same person. But this person has to be willing to compromise with you. There has to be a bit of give and take. Like, you're willing to accept them as they are. You're willing to accept them for their slow moving pace. You're willing to accept them for their being very disciplined. And in fact, you appreciate those aspects of them, because it is a good balance for you in your life, because you're very fly by the seat of your pants. You guys are complete opposites, and sometimes what they say is opposites attract. With this balance in this Justice card, it's showing that there is a balance between you, but also showing that you deserve justice in the situation by having this apology. But it has to be reciprocal what you guys are able to compromise on in this situation. And it feels as if this person is unwilling to compromise with you, collective. It feels as if they are having a hard time understanding the fact that like you just want things to be in a place where you guys can both be yourselves, but have a good balance. Because it's like there's emotions here between you guys. And this is like not even... to be completely honest, this doesn't even have to be a romantic situation. This doesn't even have to be something where there are romantic feelings involved, whether it's friendship or not. This could even be a colleague. This could be a friend. This could be a parent. This could be whoever. But it's very much of, there's people that are trying to control you, collective, and trying to control the narrative surrounding you. And they're trying to make it seem like you're somebody that you're not, when you're trying to show, hey, this is who I am. And just because I'm this way doesn't make it bad. I've always been this way. Why is it a problem for me to be this way? You're the one who wants to be in my life. Don't think that you can come into my life and change me. We can compromise about how we act around each other, but we should not try to change each other. And with this world card here, it's telling me that this is a big lesson for both of you, actually, about you guys taking pride in who you are, but also being able to accept other people as they are too. Take me or leave me. Take them or leave them. You can't want a person in your life and then try to change them. That is not an appropriate way to go about having people in your life. Because the thing of it is that you guys are both prizes. You guys are both speaking about being prizes. And it's like you guys see that you guys are both prizes, but at the same time, there's a lack of balance. And the lack of balance is coming from this Emperor in reverse who's trying to control the narrative about you. You're very much a free spirit, and as a free spirit, you're willing to let people just be as they are because you recognize how people contribute to the whole of society, and yet this person wants to control you. And they're recognizing now that they can't control you and that you're going to go ahead and do your own thing, regardless of if they give you this apology or this message, because I'm getting that this justice card here is because you're going to get justice regardless. You're learning your lesson about no longer allowing people to control you or allowing people to tell you who you are, who you're not, allowing people to tell you how you're going to act or behave or speak to people. Because it's not fair for people to treat you a certain way and try to cut you down as a person when God made you perfectly as you are. And it's like, it's not just them that's tried to cut you down. I'm seeing, like, with this Five of Swords, it feels like there are multiple people that have tried to cut you down and change you in the past. And this was the last lesson for you to be like, oh, absolutely not. I'm not doing this ever again. I'm going to show up as myself, and I'm going to stop apologizing for being myself. I'm going to stop apologizing for how people interact with me. I'm going to stop apologizing for the way that I talk to people. I'm going to stop apologizing for having the limelight shown on me. Even if I don't ask for it, people notice me because I just show up in life. But it's not just this person that has tried to cut you down, but it's this person who was the catalyst to you realizing that this lesson has to be over and done with. I am done with this Emperor in reverse. And this Emperor in reverse is recognizing that they need to say something, but they're unwilling to move on this because that would have to mean that they have to admit that they were wrong. And with this King of Swords here, it's like, yes, they were very sharp with their words. They were very kind of cutting. The King of Swords, honestly, even though he's a very logical king, he's not a king of swords. He's not the type of king that does things with the consideration of a person's emotions in mind. It's all logic, and logic sometimes lacks emotion. And logic also is not able to see a person's intentions or motivations. It's not like you're acting the way that you act in society to piss this person off. And it's like they're acting as if your behavior, your personality is a personal affront to them. Like you just came up with your personality overnight out of nowhere and you came into their life trying to hurt them. But it's like that was never the case. You were who you were before you met this person. Even if it's one of your parents, you were who you were before you met your parents because that's who God intended you to be. And the way that you've shown up to this person is very nurturing. Whoever this person is, you have nurtured the relationship, nurtured this person, and tried to be very kind and offered to them a lot of things that people around them have not been capable of offering them. And yet they're taking offense to your behavior. And this energy, I don't know, it's very irritating, to say the least. It's irritating. This person's starting to regret things. This person is starting to regret how they viewed you, how they've perceived you to be, how they've tried to have other people perceive you to be. But at the same time, they're unwilling to come forward and apologize. It's like this girl, her back is turned on these two cups because it's like, I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with the fact that this person has been nothing but loving to me, and yet I've been trying to cut them down for just being themselves. It's very much giving me brat vibes. I honestly, and with this Hanged Man in reverse, it's very much, the energy is very much about like, this person is refusing to take this time to reflect on who you are as a person and how you show up in the world. And this time apart is supposed to help them to see that more clearly. It's supposed to give them better insight into who you are, and they're refusing to actually take this time to see it right now. But it's like, if they actually did take the time to consider how you show up in the world, not only do you show up as this nurturing, loving person to them, but you show up as this nurturing, loving person to everybody else around you. And it's like, part of the reason why you're able to nurture and love other people is because of the way that you show up in the world. You are a magnet for people. And therefore, because you are a magnet for people, you then can love them when they come into your sphere. And this person doesn't like that, because it's like they want to be able to claim you as only theirs. And it's like, the second that you do something that goes against what their narrative is about who it is that you should be, they don't like it. But it's like, no, I was this person before you met me. I can't be controlled. And I'm not acting this way to behave, to upset you. I'm not acting this way to make you feel some type of way. Don't fight it. Don't lose your head, because every night, who's in your bed? And regardless of the bed part, it's like, don't fight it and don't lose your head about it, because you think about how often I've been there for you, how often I've consoled you, how often I have stood with you and loved on you and nurtured you when nobody else was there. How often have I encouraged you? How often have I stood with you? And yet you're taking an affront to my behavior because it doesn't fit your narrative of who I should be, when I've always been this person. This is how God created me. And in fact, because this is showing up as a Queen of Pentacles, I haven't seen the Queen of Wands. I am getting that you are very much a Queen of Wands energy, but the Queen of Wands has not shown up, which is giving me the energy that like you have actually dulled your light so that it fits the narrative of other people, so that you can make other people comfortable. And this Emperor in reverse is like, that's the final straw for you. You're like, I'm done trying to be somebody that people want me to be. I'm going to be myself. And if other people can't take the time to see what my intentions are, to see what my motivations are, to see me for who I truly am, and see the work that I've not only done with them, but with other people, then I'm not going to deal with this, because people are unwilling to see things. People are unwilling to actually see what inspires me in my life. People are unwilling to see my motivation. People are unwilling to actually take things from a different perspective and see what my true purpose is. I'm trying to create a world that is beautiful for everybody around me. And just because that doesn't fit your narrative of how things should be, or because something happened that pissed you off with me, doesn't change who I am. I've always created beautiful things in my life. I've always had beautiful experiences. And yet this Emperor takes one occasion to be upset with you, and now they're over here pouting. No, ma'am, no, sir. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are going to continue to be ourselves, and we are going to continue to be inspired and inspire others around us. You, Emperor Reverse, need to take the time and actually consider who it is that you are trying to cut down. Because this is the collective, and the collective is making the world a more beautiful place. What are you doing? What are you doing? This person is in their head about you, because they know that you deserve for things to be made right. They know that you deserve justice in this situation. They know that they did you wrong. They know that you deserve an apology, and yet they're being so stubborn. They're being so stubborn. Spirit, actually, let me get one of these cards real quick. Spirit, can you tell me, why is this Emperor in reverse being so stubborn about my collective? Why is this Emperor in reverse being so stubborn about the collective, Spirit? Let me know. Why is this Emperor in reverse? They're all in their head about this, but why are they being so stubborn about the collective? Queen of Cups in reverse. Because vulnerability scares them. This person is afraid because they They're afraid of fully loving you. They're afraid of being fully vulnerable with you, because whatever it is that you have shown them before them being hurt by this behavior, they know that they love you, and they're afraid that the way that you act in the world is going to lead them to getting hurt by you in the future. And so they're afraid of being fully vulnerable. So they're finding fault in you. They're finding fault in you in order for it to make you the bad guy, when it's like, no, I've always been this person. And you're okay with them being their own person, but yet they want to make you the bad guy because they have feelings for you. Okay, Emperor in reverse, make it make sense, because it doesn't make any sense. On a positive note, though, this Emperor in reverse is sad right now. This person is in their emotions. They are having to feel all the things that they're feeling about withholding from you. They miss you. They want you around. But the thing of it is, and if you look at this picture, it's like this person has a flower in their hair, and there's a flower on the heart. It's like they have the blossoming knowledge of what it is that they need to do. They have a blossoming knowledge. Their heart also knows what needs to happen too. They know exactly what they need to do to stop hurting anymore, because it's like their head is full of blossoming knowledge. Their heart is full of blossoming knowledge. They can remove these swords out of this heart if they wanted to. And yet they want to stay sad and missing you. With these clouds around, it's like they're also still like very much in their head about their emotions. But it's like they honestly did it to themselves, and they're going to continue to keep on doing it to themselves, because this person is not flexible. They think you're inflexible because you don't want to change, when it's actually them that's inflexible. You're just trying to show up as your authentic self, and you have learned for the very last time that you will never, ever, 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 ever change for another person ever again. This person would rather sit and feel sorry for themselves and miss you than put in the work that it takes to actually transform themselves, to actually be a better person, to actually be somebody who understands the importance of you showing up in the world as you're supposed to be, to actually be somebody who understands the importance of giving an apology or communicating when an apology or communication is due. And you're sitting here pretty, just minding your own business. You're going to be happy regardless, with or without this person. Because you have abundance flowing to you, because you recognize the power of standing in your authentic truth, of being exactly who you are supposed to be. Life is going to grant you abundance because you're showing up as yourself. And that's all God wants for us. The divine obedience of God involves us being our authentic selves when we show up. And yet, this Emperor in reverse is sitting here in this Knight of Wands in reverse energy. It's like they're judging you based on their own past actions. They're judging you against the lens of who they used to be. Because the thing of it is, this person is an emperor, right? But they're an emperor in reverse, which means that they've matured a lot. They've actually matured a lot. They've gone through the stages of being all the knights. They've gone through the stages of being all the kings. So that with being an emperor, that they embody all of the kings, but they're in reverse. So they haven't fully matured into the emperor that they're supposed to be. So they're looking at you through the lens of who they used to be. They think that you're being this immature version of themselves when that's not who you are at all. And that's how they're judging you, based off of their own perception of themselves, when in fact, they don't actually really know you. Because if they knew you, they would know that that's not you at all, and that's not your intentions at all. They're judging you against their past, not even who they used to be, but their past in general, and what's happened to them in their past. But a lot of the things that have happened to them in their past are because of their own poor choices, their own bad behaviors. Like half the stuff that have happened to them in their past didn't need to happen if they had trusted their instincts, trusted their intuition, and not done certain things. And the thing of it is like, the reason why you're getting your abundance is because you trust your intuition in all things. And you are so free-spirited because you understand the power of your intuition and the power of just being open to receiving, but also open to giving. And that's the reason why you get so much attention, is because you're just yourself. And in being yourself, you're being a magnet, and they don't like this. And they also don't like the fact that sometimes when you are just yourself, you can say or do things that might be perceived as hurtful. But the thing of it is that you actually understand the value. You understand the value of just being kind, and people mistake kindness and niceness for being the same thing. And sometimes being kind means doing what is best, but that doesn't mean that it's going to feel good to other people. And in this situation, you being kind is you showing up as yourself. And yet they're judging you against the old version of themselves, which is not fair at all, honestly. I am getting this feeling that they're going to eventually move past this thought process. Eventually, because this is like very much like a mandala. So it's like, I feel like this is kind of like heart chakra energy. It's growing. I feel like this Emperor Reverse's heart is going to grow, and they're going to have a better understanding of what's going on. And so with this Eight of Wands, I feel like they're going to move past this immature thinking, and this Emperor will turn upright, but it's not going to happen right away. But this person has to have a clearer vision of who you are. But justice is coming to you regardless, collective, because the way that this Emperor Reverse is viewing you is not right. This is for you, collective. Don't lose hope at the power of this person changing. Because as much as this person is sad and they miss you, I feel like you're missing them as well. And so, and right now with this Star in reverse, I feel as if you're losing hope of the ability to change, and the ability for them to grow, and the ability for them to communicate this message that they're supposed to be giving you. It's going to happen, but you just have to not give up hope. And even if not giving up hope just means completely like wiping the thought of them off of the face of the earth and in your head, like, I know that this sounds awful, right? But sometimes in my head, I have to make people dead to me. And it's not that, like, there's a difference between dead to me and me being apathetic about you. It's better for you to be dead to me than for me to be apathetic about you. Because if I'm apathetic about you, then I don't think about you. Like, literally, it's like you never existed. Whereas if you're dead to me, I still care about you and I still love you, but you just are not here anymore. And so it might be a good idea for you to take that same approach and just be like, okay, they don't exist on this planet anymore. I better not like put my energy and my thoughts into this person. But you need to understand, collective, that it's your time to shine. You need to go ahead and just continue to be who you're going to be, regardless of what other people's thoughts and opinions of you are, especially this Emperor in reverse. But the thing of it is that this Emperor in reverse is kind of like just a small microcosm of everybody else, not everybody else in your life, but a lot of people in your life who just have always seen you as being too much, just in general. You need to continue to be who you're going to be, regardless of what other people's opinions of you are, because at the end of the day, you need to be your authentic self. You need to shine bright. You need to show up as yourself, regardless of what energy is being thrown back at you. Because everybody else needs to be responsible for their own life, like you're responsible for your life. And if people don't like you, if people don't accept you as you are, that's not your problem. Because the thing of it is that you're not trying to go around hurting people. You're just trying to go around loving yourself. And if loving yourself is a problem, then it sure as shit is not yours, honestly. And on that note, collective, this is the reading that I have for you today. Please never forget just how divine you are.